Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio. The guy who goes, "You've got mail."
Uh-huh.
He passed away.
Oh.
I know. He was older. One thing that I heard is that he only got paid like $200.
I saw that.
Like, what in the world?
It is like one of those voices that you know of and you're recognizable, but you don't know the person, and so it'll probably live on for a while.
Forever. I mean, if you do a throwback, you'll hear, and there's, even a movie called You've Got Mail, based on this kind of thing. And so, his voice, I mean, what's his name? Like, I honestly don't even know. Do you know, Scott Watson, what this guy?
Yes, Elwood Edwards.
Elwood?
That's his name.
I thought
That's
about.
not easy.
I know, Elwood Edwards. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not remember his name, which is kind of sad,
Yeah.
but you will always remember his voice and that he was only paid $200 to do it. But then I started thinking about some of the iconic voices that we will never, ever forget. So do you mind if I play these?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one that I don't think he's misquoted a lot, but I don't think anybody will ever forget his voice.
I am your father.
I am your father.
How is he misquoted? How do you mess that up?
Because, so when I was expecting my oldest son, whose name is Luke, Joey would speak into my belly button and say, "Luke, I am your father." But it's not
That's
Luke.
cute.
I mean, he would do it like, "Luke, I am your father." But he doesn't say Luke.
What? Play it again. What?
Okay. No, he does
I
not.
didn't catch that.
Okay, listen.
I am your father.
That's all he does. And then he sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Whoa.
I know. So
That's nuts.
that's an iconic voice. And then there's another iconic voice. And you may not know this guy's name. I mean, I do, but I don't know that everybody does.
You're gonna want that cowbell on the track.
Do you know who that is?
No, I've seen the video though.
I know Scott knows who that is.
I'm drawing a blank. I know him. Yes.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay,
I will
hold
come
on.
up with the name.
I'll play it again.
You're gonna want that cowbell on the track.
Christopher Walken.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love that skit.
And then, right, I love more cowbell. And then you have this iconic voice.
Did you wake me up? Did you bring me here? And all of a sudden you're walking out on me? I don't think so. Not right now.
Okay.
So good.
Please tell me you know who that is.
Yes.
Who?
Robin Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were skirting it a little bit there. Like, of course I know who that is.
I know other things.
I know. So there's all of these iconic voices. You think Morgan Freeman. Who's the guy that does, is it Home Depot? I think he has an iconic voice.
All I can think about is a little jingle. Do, 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 do. I can't think of
What in the world is that?
the commercial for Home Depot? Or is it Lowe's? I can't think of that.
It's Home Depot. It does.
Okay.
It has the.
Thank you.
Don't even know that, but that's Josh
Yeah.
Lucas. So
Okay.
he's an actor. He's been in a lot of different things, but I think he has a fairly iconic voice.
I wanted to add another famous voice that you might recognize, those Arby commercials. That's Ving Rhames. Arby's, we have the beef. Thanks. God bless.
That's right. I forgot about him. He's the guy from Mission Impossible. He's been in so much. He used to be on ER a long time ago. So, yeah, he has one of those iconic voices. Do you know of any?
Yeah, I don't know what has to do with insurance companies, but you can always think back to these insurance companies and the voices they use, like Farmers Insurance, the
Farmer, like farmersonly.com.
No, and the insurance company.
Farmers Insurance. Who is that? Who is that, Jake?
It's J.K. Simmons.
Oh, okay. So let's see.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings.
Okay, is it that guy?
Yeah.
So he's one of those, like, I guess lesser known actors, but he's in everything.
Oh, yeah.
And who's the other guy? I should know this because I was an extra in this movie. Don't you like how I worked that in?
Self-plug.
He's the guy that does Allstate. You're in good hands.
Dennis Hayes.
There you go. There you go. So, yeah, I think he has one of those.
You're in good hands. Allstate.
I love when women,
I know.
women try to do. I know, yeah. And the faces. Do the face again. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Howard Cosell. That's what Pauline
what?
said. Howard Cosell. I don't know who that is.
Howard Cosell?
I still don't know who that is.
He was a sports guy. Oh my goodness. Howard Cosell? That's hilarious. Okay, going to the open mic on the My HISRadio app. Sure. I hate it when I hit the wrong button. Okay, here we go.
Okay, if you're talking about iconic voices, you got to add Matthew McConaughey. He is got a definite voice, you know, the minute you hear it. And he's also done those car commercials. I believe it's Lincoln. But can't forget him. And I don't know if you said Morgan Freeman, but he's another one.
Oh, yeah, those are two really good ones. Back in my single days, I will say, because Matthew's been around for a while. Mm-hmm. I would call him Matthew McConaughey. I know, right?
Another text from Jana. She said Gilbert Gottfried.
Okay.
And he must have a trend with birds because he's the Aflac duck, Iago and Aladdin, and the bird from Cyber Chase.
Now, see, I don't know what Cyber Chase is.
It was a PBS show.
Oh, okay.
PBS Kids.
Okay.
I was a PBS kid.
Were you? Yes. Good.
James Earl Jones, I'm sure no one could forget his voice. He was the voice of Darth Vader and the voice of Mufasa in The Lion King. And also, he did a Sprint commercial.
A Sprint commercial. Now, I don't remember the Sprint commercial from James. I do remember CNN. This is CNN. That's all he did for that one. Okay, back to the open mic.
Good morning, HISRadio. Okay, this is my first time using the open mic, but I had to chime in on this one because I think Sam Elliott has the most iconic voice ever. Thank you so much, guys, for everything you do. I can't start my day without God and, of course, without listening to you guys in the morning, so thank you.
Aw, that is so nice. Thank you so much. And Sam Elliott is in everything. If there's a Western, Sam is going to show up in it. So I love that. So iconic voices.
Samuel L. Jackson.
You know what? Absolutely. What does he do? He does a credit card. Citibank.
Quicksilver.
That's a credit card?
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
I don't know.
Quicksilver credit card?
Okay, but he does. He has one of those very iconic voices. Thank you, Jake, for that one.
I'm always here.
The texts are saying Yvonne is like Burl Ives. That's what she said.
Burl Ives, silver and gold. From
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
That's who that is. See,
Sam the Snowman.
I know these voices, but I don't connect them with the names very well.
Oh my goodness, my heart hurts that you don't know Burl Ives.
Ron said Casey Kasem.
Oh yes.
And Heather.
Your request and dedication.
And Heather said Angela Lansbury.
So, do you know who that is, Ninja?
Mrs. Potts.
Yes, Mrs. Potts.
Yes.
Oh, I love her so much.
And someone said the guy who does the movie trailers, like, in a world.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On HISRadio.
A friend of mine, she has had a side hustle for quite a while. And of course, this time of year where she works at one of the arenas and she does like security detail in a way.
Oh.
Like a lot of times she's on the floor and she's just ushering, helping people, and then making sure everybody's acting right. Because she will step in. Let me tell you. So that's her side hustle. Like she has a full-time plus job, but then she side hustles throughout the year, which is pretty cool. I used to side hustle and still do MC things, do commercial voiceovers, just a little extra money coming in for the holiday kind of thing. So you got any side hustles?
I tried to do bread for a while.
You did?
I did, but like...
Then Ollie came along
and I was like, I can't smell this bread without getting sick. And I just hadn't picked it back up because I got to bring my starter back to life. It's been in the fridge for about a year, I think.
It's still in there. If you're still feeding it, it should be okay, right? No? Okay,
well,
she's not feeding it.
Fed him. I hope. I've heard you can keep him in the fridge for a while.
Without feeding it? Okay.
It might take a couple weeks to bring them back.
We might need to check out some bakers to find out
Yeah.
if that's true or not. But there is a teacher that has a side hustle, and she's making like $125,000. What she's helping do, I think she does like spreadsheets, and she helps people get organized. She makes $125,000 a year.
I need help getting organized. I might need to hit her up.
Shoot, I'm like, I don't know how to do spreadsheets, but I will
either.
figure it out if I can make $125,000 extra a year. But especially this time of year, I know a lot of people that will pick up these side jobs, even if it's, cleaning a house or whatever it might be. So what is yours? You can weigh in. Tell us your side hustle. Maybe it gives us ideas or somebody else ideas as well. A little extra money for the holiday.
Kirk's side hustle is making 100% soy candles with bamboo flame wick, I guess.
I don't even know what that is. Send us a picture.
Yes.
Or something. Explain, because I don't know. So you make your
And
own
maybe
candles.
some samples.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like side hustles are really cool. So Ninja used to bake bread. Scott, have you ever had a side hustle ever in your life where you picked up a couple of extra bucks?
Back in the day, I did DJ some parties for a radio station, by the way.
Did you?
As soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, we used to have the hop. We call them the hops, do hops, And so we had a crew that would, the old-timey term
like
for
sock
those.
hops.
Yeah,
Okay.
hops. So we take all the equipment out and do parties and different things like that for the radio station.
Okay.
And got a little extra side money on the
And
side
it's
there.
nice. It's nice because you can even,
helps.
get a tip as a DJ and things like. I never got a tip. Literally never got a tip. I was asked to stay extra hours.
And they never tipped.
It just wasn't because I just didn't. I did not try to get tips because I thought you've paid me well.
Yeah.
I don't really need a tip.
I do homemade marshmallows, Rice Krispie treats, dipped pretzels. I make snack mixes like Chex Mix and garlic parm, sriracha, churro, taco seasoned snack mix, all kinds of stuff like that.
And you can send your samples to
Ninja in care of his radio. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now texts are coming in.
Yes, Alma says she bakes old-fashioned tea cakes.
What is an old-fashioned tea cake?
I don't know. I figured if anyone would know, you would know.
That's true.
What in the world? Okay.
And Andrew did a side hustle with woodworking, but as myself, because of newborn life, has put that on hold for now. But I am believing we will pick up our side hustles again soon, Andrew.
Yeah, sourdough bread and woodworking. It's back. It's coming back. Okay, so going back to the open mic, My His Radio app.
My wife and I were driving Uber, but then I started making barbecue sauce and spicy pickles and pepper jelly out of the things in our garden. And we had an audience in our cars, so we started selling all of my homemade stuff on the side in the car.
I've done valet trash for an apartment complex, and I've also had a small carpet cleaning business for homes, and now I'm writing.
Wow. Wow. So done a little bit of everything, which is super cool.
That is awesome. Leah and Chad, they flip furniture.
Okay,
And
flip furniture. That's cool.
Yeah, and there's some really pretty things. But they also do cakes and cupcakes. And these are some fancy looking cakes and cupcakes.
And you know what?
And they look yummy.
Look, I texted her back and I said, how much you charge? And it's really, really a good deal.
Oh,
it is a
good.
really good deal because cupcakes and cakes, they can get a little pricey.
Oh yeah, you know I can eat me some cake.
Some cupcakes. All right, we're going back to the open mic on the My His Radio app.
So my side hustle since buying a Prius with my previous job is that I drive with Lyft, and it really does help keep us afloat. The side note is that I'm 6'9", so a lot of passengers when they get in, they think it's hilarious that this giant of a man drives a little box with 4 wheels.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
Jake is pretty hip. Yeah. But I don't know about these jeans. There's a new pair of jeans. They have 200 stuffed animals all over them. sewn on them. Jake?
If I have the absolutely right fit to go with it, like the shoes, and this guy's wearing a hoodie in the photo,
Yeah.
then yeah, probably.
You what?
Maybe if I was on the red carpet.
I mean, it's like Beanie Baby sized.
Yeah.
Like it's the small ones, the small little stuffed animals that you can get at Walmart for like $1 or something like that. So okay, here's the next question. They cost $650.
I can't get him at Plato's.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
Okay, so I need to find out more. First of all, is it dangerous? Because that's always the first concern. And there's no magic weight loss pill.
If there was, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it because regardless, you can lose the weight, but you still, you can't take whatever it is, a shot or a pill or whatever. You still have some buy-in. You got to exercise. You got to eat right, that kind of thing. So what is this trend?
So they are saying, the powers that be in the weight loss world, I guess, that cayenne pepper is good for weight loss. I guess it shoots your metabolism up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll burn off the calories faster.
Well, I have heard that any kind of pepper, especially spicy food, which may be the reason as I have gotten older that the metabolism is kind of like coming to a halt because I don't like spicy food.
Yeah, me
but
either.
but I have heard if you eat jalapenos, if you cayenne pepper, these kinds of habanero, ghost pepper, whatever it is, that your metabolism will spike. But how long does it spike? If I eat enough cayenne, am I going to lose down to my goal weight? I don't think so.
I know. I'm just going to use it like salt and pepper on all my foods, or just put in one of those capsules, take it like a vitamin.
If you could do that and I don't have to taste it, then maybe so.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
I like the window best. I never get the window unless I'm flying by myself because my husband always wants the aisle. And of course, I got to be next to him. I want to be. So I'm always stuck in the middle between him and some other person. So it's fine.
Yes,
it is fine.
I love the window. You can look out. You have a built-in headrest.
Right? And you get to control the shade.
Oh, yes. Oh, my word.
So if you want to read or if you want to sleep, then you've got complete control. Scott, where do you sit on a plane? What's your favorite place to sit?
Well, I used to love the aisle or the window, but now as I've gotten older, I prefer the aisle.
Yeah.
So that I can get in and out.
To the restroom. I got you.
Yeah.
I hear it. Well, there's a travel hack. So before you book that flight, wait till the last minute.
That's so stressful.
It is a little stressful if you're the
Why?
person that likes to be in control. Here's what they said. If you wait till the last minute to check in and pick your seat, you can go ahead and book.
Gotcha.
But you can wait until the last second to pick your seat because the better seats might be available if it doesn't sell out kind of thing. Which doesn't make sense to me because I would think the worst seats would be available.
Yeah, well, I guess the people who are actually picking their seats first, they're like, well, let me buy this one because it's cheaper.
Yes, it's going to go up.
Cost effective.
Yes.
And I guess that leaves the more expensive ones
Right.
available unless they're like, I got the money to spend. Let's get the better seats.
Yes.
So I guess it really just depends.
But that would be like first class, which I'll never pay. I've been upgraded one time, and it was
Yeah.
amazing, but I will never pay.
I've never been before, so maybe one day.
Maybe one day. You know what my favorite place to sit in a plane, though, is?
Where?
The very last row.
No!
Why?
It's so loud!
I didn't notice that it was any louder.
Unless it was just the plane I was in.
It could have
But
been.
When I did that last, it was so loud.
When you fly those prop planes.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
This is such a heartwarming story. It's been around, goodness, I guess they've been together 8 years. 2016, Grandma sends a text. Grandma sends a text, and she's inviting her grandson to Thanksgiving dinner. Well, Grandma texted the wrong number.
Yep.
And she sent it to Jamal. Well, Jamal is like, well, I don't have anywhere to go. I'd love to come.
Can I still get a plate, though?
Exactly, right? What you serving up? And so they have been celebrating, and Jamal has gotten married and had kids and this whole thing. And he's continued to show up at Grandma's house. Her name is Wanda and has shown up with their family year after year after year.
It's super cute to see their relationship continue, and she follows in his life, and I'm sure she was in the wedding.
Oh, I'm sure she was in the wedding. You know, maybe she catered some of it too, which
Ooh,
is super
yes.
cool.
With Thanksgiving food.
I know. So they are going to get back together, of course, for Thanksgiving again this year. And they don't just get together at Thanksgiving, like they're involved in each other's lives. But Jamal just made a post, I guess a couple weeks ago, and said that Wanda is struggling right now.
Yes, she got diagnosed with breast cancer, and she posted at the end of her announcement Proverbs 31:25, which said she is clothed in strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. And she said this is not going to stop us from celebrating and putting on Thanksgiving. So they're
No.
still planning on gathering and being together.
Yeah. And just think, you know, how God orchestrated all of that.
Yeah.
It was not by accident that that text went out and Jamal was the one who answered, and they have now formed this family. And she even went on to say family's more than blood. It's the people who you want to be with, but also the people that pour into your life and you can pour into theirs. And so God orchestrated this whole thing.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Think about the people that are in your life that have brought such richness and such blessing and so many layers, and how God made sure that you met and that you have started that relationship, whether it is blood or it's not.